Alright, guys. Thank you all for coming. I want to keep this short and quick because I know it's kind of early, but we had to do it at 5 because Chippy's in England. So, Chippy, did you want to say something before
I'm not.
I?
I'm not. Yeah, yeah. I'm not. Yeah. Just quickly. Welcome to the new guys. We're quite a laid back. We are quite strict, but we are laid back with it. Um, Crusader's going to go through all of that. I just wanted to welcome you new guys really to the unit. I took over from, if you don't know the history, Kai Stick initially was running the unit, but due to just health really, I've sort of taken over. I have not sort of taken over. I have taken over. He is still part of the unit. He still would be treated with respect as if he was running the unit, because he's earned that right. But ultimately, your COC is um, Obadiah, Crusader, and then myself. There are a few other sergeants kicking around. You can go to them first. What we don't want to do is people sort of circumnavigating straight to Crusader or myself. If you do that, you'll just get ignored by me and him. But we're
Yeah.
trying to make it a bit of a fun unit as well. But I will now hand over to Crusader. He's got all the points he want to quickly run through, so we're not taking up any of your time,
Yeah.
really. And
We'll
once
go.
again, thank you for the effort.
So we will go over the unit restructuring here in a second, but one of the things that concerning the unit restructuring is the COC. We will give you an updated list of that. Just follow the COC, like Chippy said. So if you all go to the rules channel, a lot of this is what I'm going to be talking about. Everybody who's here, do me a favor and click on the thumbs up icon just to let me know you're here. Um, so rules 1 and 2 is kind of concerning our attendance policy. Um, we we really expect, 4 times a month, just 1 hour a week. That's really all we're asking for. If you see Tigers online, go ahead and jump in there. Um, Fridays are our official patrol day. I will be scheduling most of those myself and running them. But if you can't make those, uh, get with your squads, and uh, you know they'll make that happen. So yeah, 1 hour a week. If you can't make this, communicate it with COC, but you'll be under increased scrutiny. So we have no problem with you guys joining DAC or muskets or press corps, right? But if you're not meeting the attendance policy requirements, you don't have time for other units. Tigers is your primary unit, right? We understand that real life comes first, and it's fine if you're busy from time to time. Just keep COC informed if you're absent. But we see all of the applications. There are people who are not here, I will not name names, that don't communicate, they don't show up, and they don't meet the attendance requirements, and then we see them applying to DAC and muskets. There's no way that you're going to be able to make that work if you're not even making 1 hour a week. Um, we're not, like I said, we're not really asking for much. We're just asking you to put a little bit of effort into Tiger Force because we're a role play unit. We're not a whitelisting unit. NCOs, you're also under a little bit of scrutiny because you're expected to represent Tiger Force. You will be getting in touch with non-active players. Okay. Um, your attendance needs to be a little bit more than once a week, right? Because it's almost necessary to keep track of your squads. Um, and you'll get in touch with non-active players. You'll tell us. You'll go up COC and tell us, who you think is doing good, who's worthy of a promotion. You'll be taking out your squad and doing X, Y, and Z things, right? So you guys exemplify our ethos. If you are busy, that's fine. Get a hold of your team lead or pick a good team lead that's going to put in that effort too. So, uh, for you new guys, we have 3 different companies. Company A assassins, they run in four-man teams. Okay, they're more recon snipers. They're not necessarily trying to go out and make a bunch of noise and murder everybody. Um, B, butchers, is the right hook, right? You guys are going out there, kicking ass, taking names, making noise, blowing shit up, right? Um, if you're by yourselves, you are gonna be Charlie Brown, right? One of our unwritten rules is you're not really allowed to sit around on a fob. Um, we do have Company C for that, which is our heavy weapons squad. They build FSBs, they call in fire support, they call in CAS, right? You send out patrols from the stuff that you build, right? If if you're gonna run JTAC or Charlie Brown, go ahead, mark that on the map, and uh, we have no problem with you sitting on a fob in that scenario. Um, so, like I said, there's a bunch of rules, but we're just trying to make this a fun experience for everybody. If this is not for you, like if these squads we can't really find your play style, we can direct you to another unit that will. Um, so so yeah, um, there's a lot of changes happening in terms of restructuring the units. We've had a couple squad leaders leave. Um, we need people to fill Charlie a little bit, right? So if you're interested in heavy weapons, if you like building, calling in CAS, right, stuff like that, get a hold of Obadiah or myself, and we can put you in there. Um, so rule number 3: no stealing VC Vics. Leave them nothing. Okay, we don't have a problem if you're operating a turret to blow shit up. If you clear an HQ and you want to pull in your trucks, pull them closer to get them in one explosion. That's cool, but don't be driving them around, guys. Please, be respectful. Follow orders. It's kind of self-explanatory. We encourage you to lead, but don't backseat a command rank higher than you. You will be respectfully told to fuck off. Um, Show no mercy to DAC. If you cannot capture them fast enough, or if there's no MPs online, execute them. If you're not sure, just go ahead and execute them. They have a 4 out of 5 chance of rolling over. So if you're close and you down them, and they start to roll over, it's faster to just carry them and then drop them and execute them. Just a little hint. If you take a chopper into the field, detonate it so that other Tigers can use it later. Also, if you're going to take a chopper and you like doing that, we have an optional training for you. You just get a hold of Packboy Kenji. Um, he's our kind of our designated pilot. You're also not allowed to spawn in the AO. Like I said, we're a roleplay unit. We try to keep an element of realism. And then have fun, obviously. That's an order from me. So AOs lately have been getting a little spicy. We've added the number of AIs to each AO. There's more curators on, which means that camps and HQs will more likely be garrisoned. So don't just run up there, right? DAC, there's going to be more of them. They're going to be more aggressive. So have a plan. Stick to your SOPs. Be careful, right? It's getting really spicy out there. So there's a clear path to promotion, guys. If you, in order to become a specialist, O4 specialist, all you need to do is go through the trainings in order. It's basic, then run through the jungle, and you get your tiger tags. Then you do Paradrop, Engineer, Sapper, and JTAC. They're not long trainings. Once you get that, you'll be O4 Specialist. After a couple weeks, if we see you on meeting the requirements, right, 4 times a month, we'll promote you to corporal. In order to move up from corporal to sergeant, you need to show interest in running a training. And you demonstrate to us that you can run that training, and then you'll be promoted. Another good way to get promoted is if you are a team lead or an ATL, to help out your team lead so that he can do that and he can get promoted, right? Because the easiest way to get promoted is for someone ahead of you to get promoted. So it's a lot easier than it used to be. And if you don't, if you don't want responsibility, that's totally cool, man. Um, we are here to make you guys have a fun experience. Um, Also, one more cosmetic thing. Uh, it's already being addressed, the Monty situation. Um, I know we don't always have the best relationship with them. Some of them don't like us, some of us don't like them. But I know a lot of those guys. A lot of those guys, including their 2IC, used to run with Tigers, and I have a good relationship with them. And I know none of you guys are stupid enough to be obviously racist and, troll them, burn their shit down, and capture them, but it's been happening. And if you see it, just go ahead and report it. Um, they're indige, so they look like the enemy, and a lot of times they're carrying enemy weapons and armor and gear and shit. So make sure you're just PIDing your targets. Um, but just don't go out of your way to piss them off. That's all. That's all I'm asking. Um,
This this subject is extremely sensitive
yeah,
within the community.
there's a fine line between calling someone a gook and killing them like the AI, and being and yelling racist slurs, right? Capturing them and interrogating them like they're Dak, right? They're it's gotten to the point where they don't really spend time on the server anymore. So I'm trying to build bridges here. That's all I'm, you know what I'm saying?
If if you do shoot one of them by mistake and you realise your error when you go up to them and they turn around and say, I'm a Monty or Montagnard or however they describe it, heal them straight away, take their name, send one of us a message, because what will happen is if you're apologetic about it, they won't matter too much. They'll have the hump that you shot them, but they'll move on. They're big boys. But
Yeah.
if you then start making a big deal out of it, being racist, being as if you were taking the role play a little bit too far, then you'll be kicked. You won't just be kicked from this unit, you'll be kicked from the whole Discord.
Hmm.
The whole of Bro Nation, you won't be back on. They are coming down hard on it. They are going to be more easily recognisable in the future. In the next couple of weeks, they're coming up with a new item that they'll wear that will be passed to each unit to say that's what they're going to be wearing, albeit I don't know, red scarf or something like that. So everyone knows that when they've got that red scarf on, that they are a Monty. The AI won't have the means to have that on them either, so it'll be something
Yeah.
only their unit will be wearing. So they'll be easy and recognisable. It's a very sensitive subject within the community at the moment, and there's zero tolerance on it. I can if you go too far and you say the wrong things, I cannot help you. I will not be able to help you. Harry will just kick you straight out, and the door will be hitting your ass as you leave.
Yep.
I will not be able to win him round or anything. You'll be gone. So just bear that in mind.
Yeah. We don't want to
Um,
scare you. We're just letting you know we don't want anybody to get put in that kind of situation. So, one more thing, go ahead, scroll down. You'll see our schedule. I made the schedule kind of in hopes of uh, getting a little bit more activity. These free days, guys, you can do whatever you want, right? A lot of us play other games, and that's totally cool. So all these free days, you can do Arma, you can run your own patrols on the Mike Force, you can do Anastasi, you can watch a movie, do whatever you want. You know, um, Thursday optional movie night. I don't really have the ability to stream movies myself, but if anybody else does, you are open to do that. Um, and I highly encourage that. Um, Friday, I will be scheduling a Tiger Patrol every Friday that I want to get a good amount of engagement. I want to be able to run multiple squads out there. Um, so please make an effort to attend Friday because I did a poll and it seems like the majority of you really liked Friday. Also, I think it was Saturday and Sunday, but Friday seems to work the best for everybody. If you can't, right, and you see another Tiger on, hop in with them, even if it's for 30 to minutes to an hour. Saturday free.
Listen, I'm normally on.
Yeah.
I'm normally on Mondays, Thursdays, Fridays, and a mix of other days. But I'm always sort of GMT evenings from sort of 5 till 9, 10.
Hmm.
So any guys that we do have an overlap of time zones around that time where the US guys are getting home, maybe from work. Obviously, we're getting a few more GMT guys joining the unit as well, which is good. So evenings I'm always on. So
Yeah. And that
just
day,
jump in
that
and have to wait.
Friday, if you getting on early in the afternoon in terms of Eastern Standard Time, that's cool. If if it's later than when I schedule the patrol, that's cool too. Um, this will just be a day where Tiger Force people will be in the AO, right? If you get there late, fly out a chopper and try to link up with us. Let's just make this a Tiger Day. And then Sunday, I want to make it a point to have a game night. So anything other than Arma. Um, a lot of us like Hell Let Loose, Rising Storm 2, Vietnam. A few of you like, uh, what's that new CQB game? Uh, Ready or Not. I don't have it.
God no.
Shippy is not a fan, but if you want to do that, go ahead. Um, and all of you team leaders out there, if you want to schedule a patrol, right, and make it super official and you have a plan, get a hold of me. I'll make an event in Bro Nation. Even if it's a small thing, you hop in the server, post it inside chat, right? Um, say we're leaving from Play Coupon. Taking initiative like that is the quickest way to get noticed in this unit. Um, that,
Even like if when you're in the fob,
yeah,
just announce it over ground chat. You're gonna go out on a patrol. Who wants to come along? You'll be surprised how many guys will tag along.
I'm not going to toot our own horn here at Tiger Force, but we are kind of high speed. We do take things a little more seriously than the other units, and you will find that when you're out in the AO, even if it's a 4 small man team, you will have blueberries following you almost every time. So it's important to kind of have an idea of how to lead them. Also, always have a battle buddy. DAC specifically target
Oh
people
yeah,
who do not have battle buddies. You will get captured, and I will laugh at you and make fun of you. And yes, all of the things. So, unless you guys have anything else, that's pretty much it. We will have some unit restructuring happening, just fill in some team lead spots that need filling. If anyone wants to take on responsibility, or they like the fire support idea for C Company, get a hold of me. Uh, we'll make it happen. So
just think if we went onto the server now with these numbers,
yeah,
you could run 3 team. We would own the AO with how many guys are on here now, and that's where Crusader's been sort of saying is that the attendance has been. Oh, I haven't got any other word for it. Shocking, if I'm honest, over the last 2 or 3 weeks.
yeah.
Um,
So
we are going to have access to battle metrics very soon, and it will show how long you're on in a week, a month.
Right. So
So
I'm
we're not
trying
asking.
to. I'm gonna open the floor to any questions. I'm gonna try to keep this under 5 minutes because I want to start the training here before 5:30. So, does anybody have any questions, comments, concerns? Anybody?
Not yet. Sure, I'll think of something in a few hours.
Uh, you recruits, while we during this question session, I encourage you to hop on uh, Mike Force 2. That's where we're doing the training next. Anybody? Any questions? Comments?
Silence is consent.
Um, how does the schedule look to everybody? This is Friday. Is there anybody here that's like, I'll never be able to make it on Friday? That's a terrible day.
No.
No?
Um, I'm not gonna say I wouldn't be able to go, but recently I've been on a lot more tighter schedule than I have been before, so I might not be able to be on certain times because I've noticed that lots of the patrols and stuff that are scheduled are at 1 at night for me,
Yeah.
and obviously I can't attend that because I would like to not fall asleep at work. That wouldn't really look good on me. So
Okay.
I am going to make a effort to attend if possible, but considering
Yeah, but Glenn,
almost everyone I've
Glenn,
seen has been at one, might not be
yeah,
possible.
but Glenn, get on in the evenings when you can get on.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I'm planning to do. I'm wanting to
It
just
doesn't.
say that just in case, because I don't want to seem like I'm
Yeah, you
disappearing
no.
or anything.
It's no. It's obvious that because of your time zone, you're not going to be jumping on
Yeah.
at 1 in the morning.
So try to get on with
We
Chippy.
understand that.
If once we get our numbers up, man, I would really like to have a a squad that is in a European time zone. We just don't have the numbers for that right now, but that's something I would like to have happen. Um, so yeah, man. Uh, if you want to lead that, recruit, show some initiative, and I'll promote your ass, man. But yeah, we just
I'd
need
be
more
happy to
numbers.
do that.
Yeah,
I'd be
just
happy to
You
lead
just
that.
need to get some guys. That's all.
Yep.
Yeah, I got you.
Just like I said, there's a clear path to promotion. Um, so yeah.
I do have one question if you don't mind. I I have some experience in leadership, but I'm not very good like tactics wise and all that. So I don't I've already forgotten what I got told in basics of how the the formations and what
Attend
they're
another
what
basic then.
yeah.
I'm
I'm
doing a
just
basic here in
I was just
5 minutes.
I was wondering if there's any like leadership training or anything like that. In the last group I was in, they had that, so I'm just wondering. Of course, this is a different group, so we might not, but just wanted to find out just in case, because that would be a massive help.
If you're struggling to remember what was in basic, then I suggest you jump in right now
Yeah.
because we're doing a basic. And if you then still just keep doing it, do a few basics, and then it will sink in. But for the
I can speak to Glenn. Sorry, Chippy. He had like a one-on-one basic because of timing and constraints. So Glenn, it's partly because we didn't have like a solid group. So it's gonna be kind of hard to remember. If you can jump in this next one and there's a group of guys, it's gonna make a lot more sense.
oh yeah, oh was it? Oh, you did
That's
one on yeah,
that's,
you did.
that's part
Yeah.
of it. It's not you, Glenn. It was the circumstances. Also, the minefields back up for separate training. I can run
Oh,
you through
thank
that
God.
another time. Yeah, that sucked. But it's there now.
Gotcha. I'll see if I
So
can
anyway, sorry
attend
to
the
interrupt.
current one.
Do it if you can do it now because there'll be a few more of you. It will make more sense if that makes sense
Yeah, I get you. I
than when you
understand.
with Obadiah, where you just did this yourself. Now there'll be sort of I think there's about 5 or 6 I think due to attend, so it will make it more easy to remember because it will become apparent when there's more of you. Trust me. Anyone else? Speak now or forever.
Well, speaking on that, just real quick, I really appreciate it, you guys, when I've been running a basic or something and some of you have jumped in and joined. I think Tokarov, Riggy, a few other you guys have jumped in. That helps a lot, particularly because when we are getting new recruits, we want to get this training done because we got to get it done as quick as possible. When you guys see that we're doing it and you join in, that's awesome. Especially like, Glenn, it was like, hey, let me show you how to run in a formation, just you and me. Doesn't really work so great. So I appreciate that. And then when we have new people show up, any of you guys at any time, feel free to make friends, or I don't know how we're going to communicate like who's new or whatever, but link up with them, you know, remind them about the trainings and stuff, and then make an effort for us all to play together because, like, guys, if we
Yes.
were running in right now, we would destroy everything.
So once
Just
apps
send two of us
close,
and we own an AO. Send a
so,
group of us, that's fun.
so once apps close, guys, and we haven't gotten any communication from the recruits about uh, their training and run through the jungle. We'll just drop you, right? Um, but if you're communicating with us, we can work around your schedule. Um, so so that's a week from today. It's 14th. Um, yeah. Meet me in Mike Force 2 Spike Base. That's what's happening right now. And anybody that wants to attend the training, you can stay in the mess hall. I will. Everybody else, if you want to go out on patrol, switch over to Bro Nation Tiger Chat. Please and thank you.
Thanks for coming, guys.
Yeah, I appreciate it, guys.
Attended.
No, thank you.
Thank you.
So go and have fun. And if you're doing your training, log into server 2.
Thank you.
So while we're loading in, we're gonna go over a little bit of the loadout that you guys need. Your infantry uniform, it needs to be a tiger stripe, not a tiger green. It needs to be just a plain old tiger stripe. It can be any of those, BDU, MACV, yada yada, just as long as it's a tiger stripe. And if you are a you're a sergeant or below, you need to be wearing a boonie. It can be any of the ones flipped, whatever, just as long as it's a boonie, it's the same color. If you are wearing a beret and you're not a sergeant, and especially if it's a red one, I will shoot you wherever I see you. So, yeah, no mercy. Kill, kill, kill. Also, I think me and Obadiah, if you're still here, I think we should go back to the black beret. It's a suggestion. Where is that thing?
Are we allowed to talk again, or is it still PTS?
Well, we're doing training, so if it's training related, yes, please.
Oh, I am, and I just wanted to see that I will be joining. So I might have to leave halfway through because it's a family thing's gonna come up. But
Well, it
I wanted
depends
to at least
on.
be here for part of it.
I mean, we really need you to complete the whole thing. The ending is especially important. It's all the formations and stuff.
Oh yeah, I understand. I just wanted to let you know because I do want to be here and I do want to make sure I know all of it. Just I don't want to disappear for without explaining myself
Well,
or anything.
hey man, if you have to leave early, that's fine. We have another training that's happening, I think like tomorrow or something. Or Monday.
I should be able to attend if it's tomorrow.
Okay. Well, I don't know if it's gonna be tomorrow. Just get with Obadiah or Ty. They'll help you out.
Gotcha.
Also, someone's hot micing pretty bad.
Warblade.
Okay, yeah. So, We need you to be wearing a bandana that's matching your boonie. Because, see, Warblade, you're wearing the tiger green right now. It's a little bit brighter.
Oh, okay.
And then, so,
Here, real quick.
yes.
I get this every once in a while. Oh, never mind. It's fixed.
Alright, so the purpose of these uniforms, guys, is so that we kind of look the same. We don't really want you to stand out because, you know, we do some spicy shit, and we want a certain degree of plausible deniability. That's why the Saw guys in real life wore these kind of uniforms, non-military. Plausible deniability, we can't exactly tell who you are with a face mask and the same exact uniform, right? Weapon of your choice, it's going to be certainly dependent on the situation, okay? But if you have a bayonet and a scope, make sure you carry that in your pack, unless you need it. If you are just running a standard kit, I really recommend that you carry a launcher, like a law. Too few people have been carrying those recently. We need a quick explosion. They're very helpful. Secondary, an HDS is a very good weapon. It has a built-in silencer, but it has no flashlight. If you want to carry a flashlight, you can do the 911, but the silencer, you have to put it on every time. So even if you load your kit, you have to put that silencer on there. Some of the things that are required. Let me check. You need a machete or an axe. An E-tool. That's recommended, not needed. But if you're in C company, you're definitely going to need an E-tool. Standard loadout for grenades: 2 Willie Pete, 3 Chem Light Blue, 1 V40 frag. It's actually 3 for infantry, but yeah. 2 white smoke, because the colored smoke the enemy can see through. The AI can. Recommended that you carry a green smoke for marking friendlies. You can carry a red, not needed, but that's for marking enemies. I don't carry that. And then a purple smoke for marking extract. At least one of those. It takes 4 breachers to blow up an objective or a camp or whatnot.
Did you not say to go in Tiger training channel?
No, I said stay here for Tiger training. Oh, I said stay here for Tiger training. Sorry if there was a miscommunication.
Right, okay.
No, don't tell me there's guys that are in the Tiger TR.
Hold on. I'll tell him it's alright.
Shit.
There's only one.
Alright, get him in here, quickly. And then... yeah, and then you should hop in here as well. So yeah. I carry... you know, I would carry, you know, a satchel and 8 to 12 breachers, like a lot. You will need a lot. I carry 3 toe poppers. You can carry 1 toe popper and a tripwire, you know. Carry some sort of mine. Highly recommended. Claymores are very visible, so I don't carry those. 8 first aid kits minimum. That's 2 revives. Okay. You can carry 8 oranges, but if you like to roleplay like me, I carry LRRP ration, and a canteen. Also,
Mr. White, he's already trained.
awesome. Also, you'll need a toolkit and a mine detector. Toolkit you can drop sometimes. It's just part of our standard loadout. It's not that heavy, really. But you'll need the mine detector, and you'll need it open. You press your right next to the / above the enter key. You know, the right one, the right bracket for the right side, left bracket for the left side. You'll go over more of that in engineer training. Yeah, try to carry a decent amount of ammo, but you know, we're a long-range recon patrol. You will be picking off weapons off of dead enemies. Tiger Force did that in real life, so you may have to do it here.
Unless we have our own FSB set up, and they'll be able to
Yes,
be able to rearm there.
So I have an RTO kit on. All right. In my kit right now, I have the XM177E2, a Starlight binocular, a bandana, a beret because I am 2IC. Okay. I have a PM with the flashlight, a flare launcher with 2 extra flares. A lighter is also required. Make sure you're carrying a lighter. Beef stew, a canteen, 1 satchel, 2 tripwires, 2 V40s, 2 white smokes, a canteen. I have 15 extra M16 mags, 30 round. I have an optic, 3x9, 8 first aid kits, a mine detector, a toolkit, chem lights, red smoke, purple smoke, yellow smoke, breachers, Willie Pete, green smoke, and a machete. Anybody have any questions on that?
Nope.
You can adjust this, guys. Like if you're an M60 gunner and you're running out with like 2 squads worth of people, you don't need to carry breachers, right? Because you're just fire support. You need to adjust your kit accordingly. But remember, if you're carrying that PM, every time you load, you have to go to the arsenal, click on your secondary, and load that suppressor on there because it won't load automatically. Okay? Alright. Brevity of comms. You'll go over more of this in JTAC. But essentially, if you press H, go ahead and mute all of those channels unless you need to communicate over global. Like being a squad lead, or a JTAC, or Charlie Brown. If you're unsure whether or not you need to talk over global, don't. Communicate in side chat or in group channel to your guys. If you do need to talk over global, state your name, state the name of the person you're talking to. State your message. Keep it short and to the point. Then say over. Over means I'm done with this message, I'm awaiting a response. Out means I'm done with this conversation. Break 1 time, so if you say, yada yada yada, break, that's a pause in what you're saying. Break, break, break means shut the hell up. What I have to say is more important than everybody else. So, you'll know when to use it. What else? Oh, if you need someone to repeat themselves, tell them say again. Don't say repeat last, that's an artillery command. You will get yelled at. So yeah, the basics for brevity of comms is just to keep your messages short. If you can abbreviate something, right, do it. Like, sometimes you'll hear the Kaz guys say, no joy, no joy. That means I have no eyes on your target that you're calling out, right? So that's an example of kind of, abbreviating your message, so to speak. So, if you press U on your keypad, you'll bring up this units thing. You can create a unit, which I'm going to do. As tigers, we always name it redacted, because there's guys who like to pretend they're tigers, but they're not. You can double click on my name to join, or you can invite people. If you invite people, you just hold down U. This way, if you're not part of Tiger Force, you can see my ping, Shift T, right? Now, a lot of this stuff you guys are going to know already, but just kind of, I have to repeat them, so bear with me. We like to number our guys when we're out in the field. So for right now, I'll be number 1, Warblade's number 2, Ben, you're number 3, okay?
Where is Glenn?
I don't know.
That's me. I'm not sure. Wait, it's still saying just Glenn, not my name. One moment.
Anyway, everybody press Alt G. That's gonna cycle through your grenades. I don't have any grenades for some stupid reason.
So fun thing. My keyboard recently has decided to break, and my Alt and my spacebar don't work. So I need to find a. I need to find a different. Yeah.
All right.
Spacebar is not too hard.
So yeah, cycle through your grenades real quick. Select something that's non-lethal, and then press G. One time.
Glenn's with us now. Right. Pay attention, Glenn, because you've got other people with you now.
So, in order to avoid, like if you're cycling through your grenades and you accidentally press G without the control, you will frag friendlies. So, press escape, configure, controls, drop down menu weapons, scroll halfway down till you see throw. Okay? Click on throw, click on the double G, or click on G, sorry, and press the delete key. That will delete that mark. Then press G 2 times. It'll say 2 times G. And then OK. Now, you won't have that problem of fragging friendly. So you press G 1 time, it doesn't frag anybody, right? Alright. So, does everybody have enhanced movement on? Glenn, Warblade, Ben, hello?
No.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Downloaded.
Is it working now? Can I be heard?
Yep. Do you have enhanced movement?
Oh yeah. Of course. I've got it.
Who
loaded.
doesn't have it?
I don't know what it is exactly.
I don't have it loaded.
It's a mod that allows you to hop over things. So press escape, puzzle piece in the bottom right hand corner. You'll see all the, it'll say expansions. You'll see all of the mods you have loaded.
Oh, okay.
Allows you to do the shit I'm doing.
Do you have enhanced movement in there?
Not yet.
You do?
I have to load it up next time, I think.
Yeah, just get with me next time. If you're unsure, man, load in from the launcher. It'll give you the option to set up all the mods. So everybody that does have it, hop over this wall right here. Ben, Warblade, do it. Awesome.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I just don't have it loaded.
Okay. Do you know how it works?
Yeah.
Okay. I have it mapped to Shift G, because if you hit spacebar, there's some problems that you can run into. But let's just say I'm up here, right? Here's a helpful hint. Instead of running off this building and taking fall damage, I can look down, press my keybind, and my guy vaults down, right? Kind of helpful so you don't break your legs, because breaking legs is not fun. Yeah. So, next up, we have super complicated. I know you guys have never heard about this, but this speed is running. I know, amazing. If you tap C twice, you'll jog, less stamina. Shift, you're running. Control C, you're walking. The reason we do this is to not hot mic. Thank you. Somebody's hot micing.
Warblade.
So yeah, the reason, just do
Sorry.
push. Yeah, just do push to talk for now, bud. So the reason this is important is so that we all arrive at the same time. It's also a situational awareness issue. So if we're walking like this, right, maximum situational awareness, but there's no speed, right? If we're, running like this is combat pace. We're in combat. Less situational awareness, we can't react as quickly. If we're running, right, we're getting mortared, we need to get the hell out of here, right? So, let's do a rough formation before we head out to the field. So, one of our most common formations is a ranger file. You can see my ping. Do a ranger file on my ping. Ben, you'll be number 1. So line up on that ping. Warblade, you're number 2. Line up right here. Glenn, right here. So, 10-meter spacing on all formations is standard. It's minimum. You can adjust, but I don't recommend going any closer than this, unless it's absolutely necessary. So since Ben's number 1, face towards the west. All right. So your man number 1 in most situations is going to be your squad lead. Number 2 is going to be your 2 IC. Okay. Okay. So then number 3. Your 3rd man, 4 is your 4th man, all the way into what do we call the last person, Glenn?
Last man.
Last man. What direction is he responsible for?
Up, hour behind.
Exactly. That is your job. Okay. When you enter and exit a vehicle, Glenn, you're going to be calling last man, right? When you exit a vehicle, especially, guys, I need you to pull a 360 until everybody's out. When you're entering a vehicle, you call for an LZ, 360 it. Don't all go to the chopper at the same time, right? And when you're last man, that enter key on the right-hand side of your keyboard, press that to go into 3rd person, and just look around the chopper to make sure there's not some dumbass that's not paying attention that you're going to leave behind, right? Benjamin, if you go down, who is now in charge?
Guy behind me.
Yep, because he is
Yep,
second in
Warblade.
command, right?
Okay.
So, when we are calling out a contact, right, in almost every situation, you're going to want to get low, make your profile low, okay, get behind cover, whatever you need to do. When you're calling out a contact, guys, let's say there's someone shooting at us from the west. That's a hard contact. They're shooting at us, they see us, right? We're going to die, we need to return fire. He's coming from the west, so if you press K, you'll bring up your compass, right? And then Shift T to ping him. So, when you're calling out a contact, we need it hard or soft, right? Direction and ping, right? So that's a hard contact, west, on my ping, right? Now, Benjamin, I want to hear a read back, so, 1, eyes on, right?
Yep.
Warblade, I want to hear you say it. If you can't see him, you know.
Hard contact front.
Okay.
Oh, my bad.
Little enthusiastic there, Commander. But yeah. Right, so let's
Don't
say,
worry, we'll be back banging yen in Saigon in
if
no
you don't
time.
see it, no eyes, you know.
Jesus,
If-
that would have my number on it.
You know, if Ben calls out a contact, and number 2 just starts unloading, right? That's not ideal, but the point here is that we're identifying our targets, okay? When you're moving, right? I want to hear 1's moving, 2's moving, 3's moving, last man moving, right? When you're stopped, it's set or hold or firm, and I want to hear the read back from everybody. If you say 1's moving, and then Warblade doesn't say anything, Glenn, do not say last man moving, because now we're missing Warblade. You tracking?
Check.
Yeah. Same thing goes with entering and exiting a helicopter. You can enter the helicopter or exit it out of order, but you need to call your names in order. Right? Because, you know, if you get in and you're like, one's loaded, 3's loaded, 2's loaded, it's out of order, you know, and last man's loaded, then you lift off and you have guys that aren't in there yet. But that's for entering and exiting a vehicle. When you're moving out, okay, actually, let's do the contact first. So, Glenn, call out a contact for me. Remember, hard or soft?
Hostiles. Hard contact west. On ping.
Perfect. Do you guys know why we're not calling out the numbers? Why we're calling out the letters?
Yeah, for some reason his chef's ping didn't show up.
The reason is because. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was saying his chef ping wasn't showing up for me.
Oh, are you in group?
Yeah,
You're in our unit?
yeah, I see that ping. Yeah.
Yeah.
His didn't show up for me.
So the reason that we do the letters is because it's easier to see them instead of the numbers, right? And let's just say that it's at that hut in this direction, but my ping is hitting the grass or the fence. You still know what direction I'm talking about. You can tell me additional information, like the military teaches you the 3 Ds: distance, description, direction. Description's certainly important, but for our purposes on the server, I need a ping, a direction, and a contact type. Right? Remember, soft means like. All right, so Warblade, give me a contact type.
Contact front. One man infantry.
Right, good. Ceasefire. We're not going to do react yet. Yeah. That was solid. Just remember, usually give me like a, north, south, east, west, or 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, whatever. So Glenn,
Sorry.
give me a contact. Remember, Chippy's not shooting, so what kind of contact is he right now?
He's a soft contact.
Right,
Because
he
hard
doesn't-
contact is when they're actively trying to kill.
Yep, he doesn't see us, so Chippy, turn around, Chippy, you don't see us. There you go. He doesn't see us. He's soft contact, so give me a call out, Glenn.
Alright then. Hostiles west. Soft contact.
Perfect. Remember, guys, read back. I need read back.
Soft contact west.
Zone. Soft contact. West.
Well,
Infantry.
not exactly. All I need is like 1 eyes on, 2 no eyes.
Confirm my
All right.
soft contact was.
Yeah. We are also
expect.
recording right now, just so you guys all know. So, perfect. when you are leading a squad, we need 3 things: direction, speed, formation type. You can give me the spread, but you all know by now that 10 meters is the minimum. So if I wanted to head over here, right? Range of file, headed north, combat pace, and then you would say 1's moving, and then 2 would be 2's moving.
And then 2 would be 2's moving.
Right?
2's moving.
3 is moving.
You did moving?
So Ben,
Ping over here, yeah.
So, Ben.
remember, you're number 1. I want you to take us to the end of this this thing here, and then hold at the end of the fence.
Copy.
Remember, this is a file.
1's moving.
Remember, this is a file.
Direction, speed, formation type.
1's moving west. Single file. Take to the fence.
2's moving.
3 is moving.
Remember, combat pace is, well, 3, so you're last man, so last man is moving.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, let's hold off on that. They're not ready for that yet. Okay, so let me lead this first. So direction, speed, formation type. Okay, so if I wanted to move out to the helipads, you know, range of file, headed northwest, combat pace, which means running. 1 is moving.
2's moving.
3's moving.
Last man is moving.
Perfect.
Why is it being weird?
Alright, so 1 is firm.
2's firm.
3's firm.
Last man is firm.
Perfect. Alright. Now, I'm gonna step out of this. Ben, you'll be 1 now. Warblade, you'll be 2. And Glenn, you'll be last man. Take us to this dirt mound, and then hold firm.
Alright, Ranger file moving northwest, combat pace.
2's
1
moving.
moving.
2's moving.
Last man is moving.
You just kind of all stopped.
I mean, I.
Oh,
they did
sorry,
start-
yeah,
they did say they were firm.
yeah, sorry. 1 stop.
2 stop. 2 stop.
Last man is firm.
Awesome. Firm or holding is a really good thing to say. So, Ben, hop to the end. You'll be last man. Warblade, you're now number 1. Glenn, you're number 2. Take me to the fence right over there.
Okay. Single file. 1 is moving.
2 is moving.
Which direction are we going?
To the fence.
Direction, speed,
Man,
formation
you
type.
didn't see direction.
Direction
Left
east.
fence.
Formation file. 1 is moving.
2 is moving.
3, last man's
Okay,
moving.
Benjamin, I meant to be there. Benjamin.
Yeah, sorry, I thought you were the...
Oh, no, it's fine, man.
One is firm.
2 is firm.
3's firm.
Beautiful. Warblade, hop to the end. Everyone moves up a number. Warblade, you're now last man. Remember, whoever's last in the squad, you don't say your number, say last man. Glenn, take us
Where do you want
out
us?
to the barrier right there, and then hold firm.
Copy. Range file. Combat pace.
2's moving.
1 is moving.
Asthma moving.
Can't be perfect first time. One is firm.
Two's firm.
Last man is firm.
Beautiful. All right. So, this is, like I said, this is a file. I don't have to ask you what this little formation is because you already know. So, just kind of line up into that. You know, pretend this is our formation,
We
right?
one again.
Yep. Whatever your numbers are right now, remember them. That's what you'll be for a while.
You'll be at the front. The front's that one.
Yeah, Ben, move up to this little sign right here. Glenn, you're on this one. All right.
I was about to say. What?
So, this is a file, okay? Do you have any idea when we would be using this?
Patrols, any standard movement, to be honest.
Yeah, sort of. Anybody else?
Dense terrain.
Yeah, dense foliage, guys.
Yeah.
All right, so speed's a priority. We're keeping a low profile. We're avoiding mines, right? There's less footprints, so we're avoiding trackers. Patrols are harder to see us. Spotlights, you name it. Okay. Any problems you guys see with this formation?
Yeah, you don't get as much coverage.
Yeah. So remember, we're all facing this direction. So Ben, you can't see your 12 o'clock. Same thing with Warblade. You can't. So in this situation, it's really easy to remember that number 1 covers the 12 o'clock. Your evens cover the 3 o'clock. Okay? And then odds cover the 9. Last man covers the 6. Right? So, this is also a good way to divide us into fire teams. Chippy, can you just go over there and kind of simulate a little contact? Don't actually shoot us or anything, just yell bang and stuff. Oh no, he's shooting us. Bang bang. Call out the contact.
Hard contact. Hostile north.
Awesome.
Copy the order.
Eyes on.
Perfect. All right. So, we don't have a lot of people, but we're going to do a little hasty ambush here. So, remember how I told you evens cover the 3 and odds cover the 9? Well, okay, let's just say that, let's just pretend I'm an even with Ben, right? And he's shooting at us. Glenn, you would, in this situation, let's just say, odds, hold and return fire. Evens, I want you to push east and flank, right? So, Ben, follow me. Right, you guys are shooting at him. Bang, bang. Right, me and him are moving up this flank. Right. Alright, everyone cease fire. So this is a very rough L-shaped ambush. I know it's not pretty, but this kind of a thing is what we call a hasty ambush, right? This is very standard flanking maneuver. And it's a really easy way, like if you have evens and odds, just to split them up like this, right? And catch them in a crossfire like this, right? A hard ambush would be like we're setting up on this road. We got mines, a kill box. We know there's a patrol headed our way, right? We're going to kill them. That's a hard ambush. So, follow me back here. Thank you, Chip. That's kind of how we would react. And obviously, the first thing you want to do is either hit the dirt, take cover, or you go into one of our next formations that we're gonna get into. A lot of times it's gonna be automatic. You're not gonna have to call out the formation. Okay. So, moving on. Any ideas what this is called?
Staggered column.
Yep, there you go. Find me in the mess hall later. I'll give you a big old cookie.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, just kind of line up on this thing. I know we don't have a lot of people, but you'll get the idea here. Any ideas where we would be using this?
I think on roads.
Yeah, I was about to say, yeah, roads. Yeah.
Sort of.
It's good spacing.
You need me to log in?
No, you're good, man.
To be
We're
fair,
almost done.
We're almost done.
Movement through jungles as well, because you have enough coverage.
Yeah.
Sorry. Okay, so
It's still
Sorry.
tight,
Okay.
so this is moving through restricted terrain. So if you have to move on a road, do it. But I tell all of our guys that if there's another option available, don't use this. I know a Marine would disagree with me, but this is a really easy way to get shot, unless you're in an urban environment.
You're in an urban environment.
Yeah, Ben, you're kind of hot micing just a little, or like some sort of feedback into my, like I can hear myself. Okay, so sorry. So like if we're in an urban environment, this is really good. So let's just say we're on a road, right? We have to be on this road. We're running a patrol. We hit contact. What do? We get off the road and face out. Now we're on a rough